go. Let's have some fun on another Wiener Wednesday. And Marshall Finney will win that draw for Edmonton to the near side, chipped up the wall. And Finney will try and gather it. It comes behind the Brandon net. On the forecheck there, Finney and Miller. It comes around to the far wall. Shipley up the wing. And out with it here come the Wheat Kings. Cross ice feed and chopped in by Jordan Gavin. Just 4 penalty minutes to his credit in his career. He's almost at 200 WHL games. Gavin below the goal line to the circle. Couldn't quite find Marcus Wynn. There's a shot from the blue line. Quinn.
He knows that he was going to play. And anybody who wasn't there yesterday is here tonight.
Yeah. Behind the net, Georgios Pantelis up the far wall. Holding it in there, Noah Tamu. A good job pinching, keeping things moving for the Oil Kings. Shoves his man along the wall behind the net. Now pinching as well. Blake Fiddler, centering feed. Bouncing puck to the left wing side. Here's Miroslav Holinka. Left wing corner. Up top. Across for Tamu to the right side. Fiddler. Walks the blue line. Blake Fiddler trying to go through traffic into the left wing corner. Hustling to it was Tamu. Didn't quite get to it though. And out with it come the Wheat Kings through the middle, glove down and through the neutral zone. Fiddler will pick up the loose change in his own zone, out through center again. Now touch from Yeko to Holinka, right wing.
The Wheat Kings.
All the connections, right?
Just he and Maury will be teammates.
Maybe defense partners even. Deking into the zone, Fiddler! Backhander is the stick from Bjarnason got in the way there. Blake Fiddler, a nice job keeping the puck on a string. 20 seconds to go in the power play. Hansen up to the blue line for Miller, to the red line. Cole Miller winds it into the Brandon zone, leaves it for Marshall Finney. Down to the side there for Miller, off the side of the net. Comes back up to the blue line, walking it in. Fiddler through traffic, that one hit someone in front. And to the left wing side, Hansen.
On the bench for Brandon, he's got an ice bag now just being handed to him, so he's going to try to cool the sting there for a bit.
Draw one back to the blue line. Sent across, top of the right wing circle, down to the blue line. There's McQueen, left circle. Manti, one-timer stopped. Rebound deflected up and through the middle and picked up here by the Oil Kings. Backhanded off the boards and out. And Josh Morey, the one completing that. Quinn Manti behind the Brandon net. He'll work it ahead. Now intercepted. Here's Rylan Roersma, short-handed. Has a chance. Trying to spin around. Still with it. Right wing circle. Waits. Shoots and stopped by Bjarnason. He'll play that one aside for Manti as Roersma, his final regular season game against a team that made him a first-round pick back in 2019. Down the left wing side, Flamin trying to deke his way into the zone to the middle, and out of the pass across was deflected. Onto the left side for Roger McQueen. To the blue line, Manti at the left point. Shoveled low. Flamin to the line, Manti. Across right wing to the circle. Shot deflected. That one kicked aside and poked to the near wall and held in. Roger McQueen walks it to the middle. Right wing circle. Working it in. Waiting. Gavin up high. One-timer Marcus Wynn. That one's sent over the net. Now McQueen. Manti. Down to Wynn. To Manti left point. Across for Roger McQueen. Right wing side to the line. Manti. Down low Gavin across. Wynn holding. Shooting. Deflected wide. Bounces to the right wing side. Up top again for McQueen. 30 seconds to go in the power play. Right wing down low, trying to spin it in front. There was Flamin off his backhand up, and Holinka, a bouncing puck just inside the line. It's chipped down the left wing by Landon Hansen. To the left wing corner behind the net, spinning it in front, just out of the reach of Adam Yeko. Back to the way here come the Wheat Kings on the right wing side, trying to drive it wide as Mateo Michaels. The American speedster out through the middle to the far side, Holinka. Trying to poke it away, there was a Ginla, comes out to center. And the Wheat Kings re-enter. Turco down the left wing side. Turco trying to center it off of the pad of Simcoe into the near wall. Yeko will pick it up. Adam Yeko works it ahead for Edmonton. Behind the net for Fiddler. Blake Fiddler holding, waiting. Fakes the pass. He just kind of swept at it. I don't know if that was a intent to fake or what, but it's
let's say it.
We'll call it that. Blake Fiddler taking his time up the far side. Now trying to poke it ahead, looking for Strader. Couldn't quite find him. Fiddler off the far wall, up into the Brandon zone. Pin. Now Shipley comes free to the near side, off the glass and out. Now Tamu up the far wall, through the middle. Here comes Miller. He'll chip it in, left wing corner. Behind the Brandon net, shoveled around to the right wing side. Picked up by the Wheat Kings. Manti will break it out for Brandon. Through center, hit hit somebody, and Mateo Michaels goes back to his own blue line for Shipley. Dodges a check up the far wall and sent into the Edmonton zone. Near side, Fiddler works ahead. Fiddler to the left wing side and cross ice. Out with it comes Sauchin. Winds into the Brandon zone. Got it to the left wing in the feed of Morey, and he just couldn't pull the trigger. Able to intercept one. Oil Kings keep it moving again. A centering feed. Trying to find Joe Aginla. Couldn't quite get it to him. Out through the neutral zone. Oil Kings back on it. Josh Morey just over 6 to play. Here in a scoreless first period. But boy, has it been an entertaining first period.
Very good goaltending again at both ends of the ice. Been a story here.
Up the far side. Bounce through the neutral zone. Right on to Bjarnason. Held on. Down the right wing side, Klippenstein bumped by Tamu. Puck comes free, and out with it come the Oil Kings. Ryland Roersma, left wing side for Marshall Finney. Numbers the other way for Edmonton. Got it to Roersma, tries to center it off a body. Out to the left wing side, Roersma will pick it up again for Edmonton. Works it down to Cole Miller. Up high, he'll throw it towards net. Deflected, Finney in front, and
Experimenting there kind of was with the lines in the first 3 months of the season, and it's really settled in here in the second half.
There's a shot from the blue line in front.
Through the wickets, Edmonton has the 1-0 advantage. Get another look at the shot coming from the point. It ricochets off the end boards, I believe, and then off a body in front. Finds its way eventually to Marshall Finney.
Squeaks through Bjarnason. And Marshall Finney's got 16 of them on the year. Sauchin trying to split through the defense. Sauchin spinning it back to the right wing side of the blue line. Blake Fiddler, 2.5 to play here in the first. Shot through traffic. Pad save made by Bjarnason. Sent below the goal line. Now, Sauchin centering. Woodward couldn't pull the trigger. Bjarnason was out. Now sent behind the net to the left wing side. Here's Grayson Sauchin on the left wing to Lucas Sauchin. In the circle, leaves it for Rowan Woodward. Woodward trying to center it. Now spinning it. There's Sakumas. His best chance of the night. He's at a couple. That one stopped, though. On the left wing side, Strader down low for Lucas Sauchin. Sauchin trying to spin away. Now Strader trying to get it in front. A loose puck and picked up here by the Wheat Kings. They'll break out with it to the near side. Jordan Gavin chipped through the neutral zone. Now Fiddler getting it in stride. Here's Jack Tuga. Drags and fires, and that one deflected wide onto the left wing. Here's Aginla down to the corner. Strader trying to center it. Out of the left corner comes free to the Wheat King player, and it's picked up by Quinn Manti now. 1:34 to go here in the first. Through the neutral zone. Sent ahead, and Too Good will slide it in. Shipley ahead for Johnson. Flipped into the right wing corner. Finney crunched along the far boards. Bouncing puck. Squirts out into the slot and cleared away, but picked up by Peter in the right corner. Down low to the left wing side. A work back behind to the left corner again. Johnson has it free. Trying to center it. Comes through a couple of bodies and all the way down into Brandon territory. Is 8 seconds to go now. Time slowly taken away. Will the Wheat Kings get one more rush? Doesn't look to be that way. And that'll do it for period number 1. And the Landon Hansen and Roger McQueen to take this face-off. Draw one there by the Oil Kings, and Miller had deflected it back, and Fiddler zigged what he should have zagged, and comes into the Edmonton zone. Up the far side, picked up here by the Oil Kings, and now bursting the other way, shorthanded. Here's Landon Hansen, a backhander, stopped by Bjarnason, looking for the 15th shorty of the year for the team, which would tie a team record. Now with it comes Manti. Manti up the far side for Nolan Flamand. Flamand, left wing, cutting back through the middle. Drop feed for McQueen up top for Quinn Manti. Right wing side, Jordan Gavin. Back up top, Manti, right wing. Manti shooting, deflected, scores. Hit someone in front, and the Wheat Kings have
tapping his stick to warn his mates that there was a guy coming out of the box. That the shot coming from the point, lots of traffic in front. Don't know if there's any goalie interference there. I know both referees are talking about something right at the glass in front of the timekeeper's bench right now.
Draws one here by the Oil Kings, and Blake Fiddler will burst it up the middle. near side, flipped into the Brandon zone. Now Bame will try and chip it around. It was blocked, so Bame will go up the far side now with it. Worked ahead here by Isaac Davies. Chipped ahead into the Edmonton zone below the goal line, but it's icy. Face off to the left there of Bjarnason. And at the right point, it's held in and then taken away here by the Wheat Kings. On the near side, trying to work it in is Johnson. Poked off of his stick. Yako comes in front, and Simcoe had to be sharp to keep that one out, and he holds on. He's always right in the middle of everything. Yeah. Fiddler trying to backhand it out of the zone. Didn't quite get all of it. Now it's knocked down. There is Sauchin. That's Lucas up to Sakumas. Will try and go cross ice again. Gets it to Lucas Sauchin. He'll shovel it in off the backhand into the Brandon zone. Bjarnason will send it around the boards and held in there by Fiddler. Now picked up by Lucas Sauchin. Sauchin trying to drop it there for Woodward. It wasn't quite in the right spot. Cross ice feed by the Wheat Kings. Picked up by Edmonton in neutral zone. Back to in their own end for Fiddler. Worked ahead for Rowan Woodward. He'll burst to it on the stretch feed and below the goal line. Keeping things moving here for Edmonton along the left wing boards. Try and center it, and just out of the reach of Grayson Sauchin. Now Sauchin quickly pressuring Dylan Ronald up the far side along the right half boards. Trying to get it free, comes to the blue line. Blake Fiddler will keep it in. Now following it up though is Grayson Sauchin. What a move, deking his way in, still with it. Sauchin to the ice. He couldn't get a pass off, and out of the left wing, here's Lucas Sauchin. He'll shoot through traffic. That one blocked on its way. Onto the left half wall again, Grayson Sauchin. He'll work it back to the middle. From the circle, the shot swallowed up for reinforcements. Now elects to take it himself. Comes to the trailer. Here's Lucas Sauchin trying to get it back over, and Woodward just didn't get enough mustard on that one. Now on the near side, Hadlin. Shoveled below the goal line. Marcus Wynn. Wynn trying to center it. Bouncing puck. Side of the net. Comes free to Woodward now. Out with it come the Oil Kings. Cross ice. Sakumas. Now comes into the Brandon zone, sent back out through neutral ice. Over to Iginla, trying to spin his way into the zone, and they avoid the offside. Play continues through center. Flamin knocked down out of the air by Sakumas. A nice job there to break that play up. Flipped out through the neutral zone, knocked down by Flamin now. Into the Edmonton zone, here's Sakumas stretching it ahead. Here to the left wing side, Joe Iginla trying to cut back to the middle, knocked away. Comes to the blue line and out. Tugud lays a big hit on the near wall. Popped ahead here by Flamin. Right wing side. Cross ice. Intercepted. Tugud taken away. Strader will follow it up though to the right wing looking for Tugud. And tied up there with Flamin. Flipped into the Edmonton zone. Simcoe back for it for Edmonton. Out to play it and swings it to the far side. Fiddler trying to get it up the far boards. Bouncing puck. Strader there for Edmonton. Now Fiddler trying to hook it free. Comes up the far boards, now at the line. Manti, the big one-timer. That one blockered aside by Simcoe. Comes to center. Dylan Ronald, he'll fire it back into the Edmonton zone. Around to the near wall. Sakumas shovels it around. Fiddler up the far side. In the feet there of Yeko. Now up the left wing for Sakumas. Down the wing. Sakumas, he'll flip it in. Play it for Brandon. He gets crunched along the wall there by Hansen. Comes behind the net around the near wall. Now McQueen. Skates it out through the neutral zone for Brandon. He'll flip it into the left wing corner of the Edmonton zone. Blake Fiddler to the near side for Lucas Sauchin. Up ahead, in stride. It's Blake Fiddler through center, dangling his way through traffic, kicked into the zone. And the Wheat Kings will pick it up though. 6.5 to play here in the second. Shipley across, stretch feed. Now down the left wing, Hadlin, partial break. Backhander stopped by Simcoe. Rebound, Hadlin picks it up. Cross ice play, bouncing, trying to sharp angle, and through the neutral zone, across the line, wheeling it in. Here's Klippenstein, spins it back up high. Quick shot, stopped by Simcoe. Coming off the stick there of Dominic Peter. Back to the blue line, held in by Manti. Right side, Pantelis to the blue line. Manti has to circle it back in the neutral zone to his own blue line to Pantelis. He'll spin away from a check. Pantelis pestered there by Roersma. Manti now up the near side. And off the stick of Johnson, what the linesman was saying, comes to Sakumas, intercepted in front, and comes to the blue line. Oil Kings able to defend that play. Down the left side, sharp angle shot, that one blocked. Comes near side, Sakumas gets it out of the zone, stretches it. Here's Cole Miller, and on a breakaway, Miller stopped. Poked ahead here by the Oil Kings off the draw. Bouncing puck at the blue line. Now it's muscled out. And Rorsman tried to deke by a check at the red line and sent back into the Edmonton zone, though. Blake Fiddler behind the Edmonton cage, just under 2 to play. Down for Tamu. Up the near side, he'll go cross ice off a body. And now Marshall Finney tries to whack it into the zone. It's followed up by Miller, and that's right onto Bjarnason. He'll have to play that one aside. Swung up the near boards, and now Mateo Michaels through the middle. Right up the gut, Michaels, quick shot, knocked down, and into the right wing corner. Michaels will pick it up again to the far side. Now the left wing, there's Hadland. He'll fire and sent into the right wing corner. Picked up here by Blake Fiddler, and the Oil Kings to center, and intercepted there by Michaels and wheeled into the zone by Roger McQueen. He'll drive it wide, sharp angle shot. Simcoe got a piece of it. Now Sauchin tried the cross ice feed. It's bounced into the Brandon. Number 3, Marshall Finney and Roger McQueen on the draw. It's one here by the Oil Kings up to the red line. A nice move into the zone. Here's Cole Miller, left wing side. The shot, he fanned on it, and it comes around the near wall to the right wing. Here is Rorsman out to Miller. The shot stopped. Rebound in front, and Finney just couldn't whack it home. Onto the left side to the corner. Shipley shovels it behind. A great start to this third period for Edmonton. Back to the way, though, comes Jordan Gavin. A cross ice feed into the mid. A skate. Hansen will get it free. Into the circle. Into the slot. The shot is stopped right off the pad of Bjarnason. To the corner. Bjarnason trying to center it, Grace, or to the front of Bjarnason. Grayson Sauchin on the left wing side, trying to dangle around a few checks. Keeps it in the zone. Now it's out to the far side. Now, bump there was Tamu, and it's sent in to the Edmonton zone. Simcoe will play that one aside for Blake Fiddler. Works it ahead for Edmonton, right down the right wing, and with a head of steam, here comes Lucas Sauchin, barreling his way in, right wing side, knocked away to the near wall. Worked ahead, and out with it comes Dominic Peter. Cross ice off the boards, right on to Ethan Simcoe. Will play that one aside up the near wall, and couldn't quite get it out where the Oil Kings split back below the goal line, but it's off. Draws one here to the far side. Halinka works it ahead for Landon Hansen down the left wing in the Brandon zone. He'll stop at the half wall, followed up by Halinka. Now get it out to Hansen, circle, spinning and firing. Blocked in front and hit his own man, Adam Yeko. Worked the other way by the Wheat Kings, poked ahead into the Edmonton zone. And Blake Fiddler works it through the middle. Halinka, a rink-wide feed, right onto the stick of Nico Sakumas, into the zone for Landon Hansen. Hansen trying to center it. Sakumas, backhander off the pad of Bjarnason. Now picking it up is Hansen on the left wing side. To the circle, Hansen, he'll dish. Sakumas left wing, tried to center it, and Halinka was trying to cover in the pass intended for him. Backhanded back in by Fiddler. The Oil Kings good. Draw one here by the Oil Kings. Work through the neutral zone and chip to the far side into Brandon territory. Pass across, and Manta had some trouble with it. Rorsma continues to pressure him on the forward check. Work back through the middle on the near side. Now through center. Here is Rorsma. Chips it left wing, and picking it up with speed is Nico Sakumas. Sent behind the net. To the near wall. Now Flamin trying to knock it out of the zone. Gathered here by Rorsmill, trying to spin it back in front, and Miller almost got it by the first defender, couldn't get it by the second one and get the shot away. Back the other way, Brandon cutting to the middle. There's Johnson, a shot deflected, up and out of place. The two stars for either club lean in for this one, and loose off the circle, and comes through and splits the Oil King defense back into the Edmonton zone. Fiddler flipped ahead. Poked in by Rowan Woodward. He'll try and jump by a check. It's into Brandon territory. That'll go for icing. 11:50 side. Aginla stepped on the puck and blew a tire. Back to the way here come the Wheat Kings. Left wing side, Klippenstein. He'll flip it into the Edmonton zone, and trying to swat it around there was Sakumas. Pinned along the boards there by Rorsma. Comes free for Halinka. Out of Fiddler. Sakumas through the middle for Halinka. Halinka winds his way in. Gets it to the middle, and Rorsma trying to pounce on it. Isaac Davies gets hit by Rorsma. Puck comes free to the right wing corner now. Cole Miller driving it behind. Trying to get by Flamin up the far side. Still with it. Half boards. Now comes to the circle. Miller trying to work it in front, and to the far wall it comes. Picked up here by the Wheat Kings. Through the middle. Losing a stick there. We got a collision and an offside call. Battle battle ensues off the draw. It squirts free to Pantelis. He'll try and stretch it out for Brandon, and they avoid the icing. It was a set play there by the look of things. Caleb Hadlin on the left side, defended by Finney, poked away. Trying to knock it out of the zone was Adam Yeko. Now swept around there by Flamin up the far side. And Landon Hansen trying to sweep it out of the zone, intercepted. Left wing side, Flamin again. Across, now it's poked free, and Adam Yeko the other way for Edmonton. He'll take it out the right wing. Yeko cutting back to play of the night for the Brandon Wheat Kings. One into the near corner and picked up Josh Morey. He'll quickly turn and fire at the length of the ice. Out into Brandon territory. Good start for Edmonton there. Quinn Manti works it ahead for Brandon. Far side, Marcus Wynn wheels his way into the zone. Right wing side, in front. Off a skate, comes back up high. Quinn Manti. Out of the left wing, Roger McQueen. Now a shot deflected wide. At the side of the net, jamming away. Trying to sweep it aside. Now behind the net, Jordan Gavin. Up top for Flamin. Right circle. Now down low, quick give and go. Flamin. Trying to center it, goes off a stick and down into Brandon behind the net. Shipley. Now to Ronald. He'll stretch it ahead. Sent into the Edmonton zone. Near side for Fiddler. Worked ahead. Woodward just a bit out of his reach and back into the Edmonton end. 4:25 to go here in the third. Fiddler leaves it there for Lucas Sauchin. Sauchin winds ahead. Left wing side for the Oil Kings and end in zone. Bjarnason plays that one aside. Up the near wall for Hadlin. Cross ice through center. Mateo Michaels drops it. Shot. That one stopped. Rebound and comes free in front at the side of the net. They jam away on it and comes free for Blake Fiddler. Fiddler the other way for Edmonton. Left wing side. Now got it back from Yeko. Into the zone. Fiddler, right wing. He'll shoot. Missed the net. On the left side, Miller holds on for Edmonton. Keeps things dragging. Below the goal line. There is Ronald. Losing a stick there was Adam Yeko. Comes off the boards and out. Just over 2 minutes to play here in the third. On the near side. Worked ahead here by Edmonton. Sakumin. Off a skate. Worked ahead by Joe Aginla. Into the corner. Manti. Now through the neutral zone. Off a stick. Into the far side. Not into the bench. It looked like it was head there. And Roersma. Near side for Fiddler. Ahead for Miller. Banked into the Brandon zone. Trying to chase after it.